Oh, hello. Hi. I'm Chris from Dixieland Farm, and I'm going to do an equipment overview of what my living room is set up like for music, movies, the whole thing. So this may be interesting to a few of you because I've got some unique setups, things that I've custom built electronically, and I've been making videos for a long time, so some of you are new, some of you are not, but I've added stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick. So you may see on the screen here is a Raspberry Pi. So this is a controller. You see I've got a wireless Super Nintendo-like pad. I've got two of them, and you can choose different games, play ColecoVision games. It's got all the little different stuff. That's being run off a Raspberry Pi computer. So let's see if we can zoom in on that. Hidden back here. So it's about the size of a deck of cards, and it's plugged in, and I can remote into it, and that controls all my emulators that we can run on the big TV. 65-inch 3D TV. They don't make 3D TVs anymore. So I also have a 3D Blu-ray player. That is how I play music to my stereo, right over there. My stereo also has a Raspberry Pi with a music streamer that uses Squeezebox, which is now open source and free. So I have a second Raspberry Pi. They're like $35 little mini computers, run off SD cards. That is always on, ready to go, and it has a USB DAC that will then send the signal to the stereo. And then I got my U-turn turntable here with the acrylic platter, and I also have an inline recorder, digital recorder, so I can just automatically record with the Art DJ2 preamp, which sounds pretty good. This over here is a computer that I custom built, and it's got a click and pop filter. So it's a kind of a one-of-a-kind using a program called Click Repair RT. After the digital recorder, it goes into that little mini computer, and it in real time will remove clicks and pops, and I have a video on that. So it's always in line, but when I record it, I'm not recording it with the clicks and pops removed. I do that digitally on the computer after the fact because I can do it better post-processing than doing it live. Live, it's okay. Doing it digitally afterwards is better for needle drops that I record to MP3 or CD or whatever. So yeah, custom computer that's built up. And I've shared how to build this thing on the Steve Hoffman forums, made a video about it. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, the author who wrote the Click Repair and Click Repair RT program has fallen ill. You can't buy the program anymore. It was only $40. Then I've got my Grado SR60 headphones. Very good, almost audiophile. I call them audiophile headphones. And Ella had destroyed them when we first got her. So I did this modification where the only one cable comes out because she had bit through one of the cables. So I'd fixed that up. Now speaker-wise, these were from Goodwill. I can't remember what brand they are now because they're, I think, a rebranded model, but they sound incredible, and you see they're on cinder blocks, so I care more about the sound than the aesthetics, but they kind of blends in with the carpet. Ella kind of blends in with the carpet, but not Walt. No, he's right there. For surround speakers, I have Minimus 7s, which are fantastic. I bought them for $7 at a thrift store, or an antique mall, and I made the guy throw me a couple of records at the same time. So these are fantastic bookshelf speakers. Sound great. For remote, I used to use the Harmony, Logitech Harmony, but most everything that's ever made by Logitech gets abandoned. So this recently got abandoned. These I bought this for $65 once at Radio Shack. Then it sold for hundreds. I don't know how much it sells for now, but hard to find, a little temperamental. Transitioning over to the Sofa Baton, which controls all the different things, including the receiver, the TV, DVD player, the Roku. So I have a Roku plugged in here. So I've been using a Roku since 2009. So that's amazing how long a Roku's actually been around. And we cut the cord, I think, in 2010, right during the financial crash. I also have a Chromecast. That was $35, so I bought that because sometimes the Roku was a little temperamental. And I recently got a Fire TV, and the reason was it was on an Amazon Prime sale. It does 4K, And I'm having a little tough time because of where I'm standing, but I've got a digital switcher here for HDMI, and so that also helps switch the thing. So there's the Fire TV coming up. Finally, there we go. And one of the things about the Fire TV is I can run Myth TV Lean Front. So I also have a computer hooked up here which runs Myth TV, and this computer is what we normally watch TV on. And I did a video on this before. So Myth TV is an open source DVR program, runs in Linux, and that is what got us to switch and cut the cord a long time ago. So I've got these network tuners, HD Home Run. They record the TV. The computer automatically finds and picks stuff for us, records it, puts it in the other room, and then makes it available on that computer in here, but also now on the Fire TV, the Fire Stick. So I can watch the TV that gets recorded automatically. You can skip commercials. It automatically flags commercials and cuts them out if you want them to. Web interface, all completely free. It is tricky to run, but I've been running it for, well, 11 years now, so I'm pretty used to it, and it's gotten simpler as time goes on. So that is the setup. The receiver is a modern receiver. It's got Dolby Pro Logic 2 in it. Dolby Pro Logic 2, you can decode quad material, so I decode quad records, Real Matrix or Sansui QS quad. There is no difference between those two. You paid Sansui for the name, so a lot of people just called it RM, regular Matrix. Same exact system. You just didn't pay for the Sansui name, which, why would you do that? It can decode SQ, which is what Columbia used. Not well. You have to play with the speaker tricks a little bit, but I have a lot of fan decodes where all that stuff has been decoded off of records, tapes, quad, 8-tracks, and put into a digital medium, mostly DTS. So you can just listen to that through this DVD player or CD player, and it decodes just fine. So that is where a lot of my quad material can come from, if I listen to quad, which is not too often, but it's pretty cool. Just like the 3D TV is pretty cool, and the 3D movies, the few of them that I have, are pretty cool. And you know, got these antique formats that are dying. Sort of my bag, baby. So let's say goodbye to Walt. Walt, say goodbye to the vinyl community for me. Do the outro. Sir? Have you been vaccinated? No, I don't think so. All right, say goodbye, Walt.